Hello, Melanie here with Christian Craft Paper, and I am going to jump on today to do one of our brand new kits. This is one that's been being requested for a while to come back, so I just brought it back. And if you stick around, I'm also going to do a sneak peek, a reveal of the washi tapes that we are dropping this week. So I'm just jumping on here to make sure. Yep, we've got sound, so we're good to go. So this kit was one that we had back in the beginning, and it was the very first thing that I think it might have been one of the first kits that we released. And at the time, we had the shadow box frame with the bead handle, and it had interchangeable inserts, and everybody wants that one. Unfortunately, I cannot get that base back. I can't find anyone to make that base. So what I've done is put together another kit that is going to be basically the same thing, but I need to redo the tutorial because we have different things that we will be using for this particular kit, because we don't have the original base. So what I'm going to be using is, this is our God is My Strength kit. This is already kitted together. It's already on the site. It is one of our beginner kits, meaning it does include the paintbrush and the Mod Podge pots in it. We don't usually include these in kits anymore, but there's a couple kits. This one, the Decoupage egg one, and the coaster one are kind of like our beginner type kits, and also great for gifts. So we do include those two things in there. So what we're going to use today is the God is My Strength napkin. This was a design that we partnered with Blessed Bee Boutique. This is one of her designs, and we have taken it with her permission, obviously, to use it. So we do carry the napkin itself, and then that's the napkin that will come in the actual kit that we're using today. So it also comes with two different strips of ribbon. So we have a burlap ribbon here, and then we also have just a plain white ribbon. So we'll be using those for our bow. There's a couple of different flowers that come in this one. So you have a larger flower, then you have a smaller flower. You could stack these if you want. I don't know what I'll be doing today. We'll figure it out. And then it also comes with the wooden flower bead. So you have a bunch of different options there for the flower. We have the handle that we'll need to make. Then we have 7 beads that we'll be using for the handle. And then also it will come with one of our mystery charms. So each of these has a different word on it. So the one that I have today says grace, but they're mystery charms. So there's a bunch of different words on different ones. So your kit might not have grace in it. It might have a different one in it, but they'll have the little mystery charm. And then you have our shadow box here. So with the shadow box, there's a couple of different ways that you can do it. You can decoupage and use the back and then hang it this way, or you can use the shadow box insert and hang it this way. So it really depends on kind of what the look that you're going for. I think today, just to kind of mirror what we originally had, I'm going to be using it in the shadow box style. So we'll actually be decoupaging the inside of it. So as you jump on, let me know where you're watching from. I'm gonna turn my glue gun on now. I saw it only had, my husband finally told me how to check if how much charge it has. So now I know when it's gonna be dead. We're gonna go ahead and turn that on and get that started. Now the original signs that we had, if you remember, if you weren't around back then, I think it was literally almost 2 years ago, you could get these signs. This part was in, you could take out the inserts and you could switch it out. And then the frame we had in either this natural color, we had it in a white, or we had it in a black. I think for today's class, I am going to go ahead and paint it white. I didn't even think about that. So I'm gonna do it white. And then, you know what? I might actually, because I was gonna do the handle green. So I have this Waverly chalk paint in green, and I also have this chalk paint and Waverly in ocean. And that's because I'm going to speckle the beads, and I'll show you how I do that. But I think I might just paint the whole frame that color. I think I will just commit to doing that. The other thing that you're going to need if you want to speckle the beads is I just have a little Tupperware container so I can shake the beads around in them. I do have my dryer today because that will speed up that process. I've got some scissors. I've got my Mod Podge, and I've got some brushes and water, just kind of the basic stuff here. But what I think we'll get started with first is go ahead and get the base of this painted. So I can't tell you how many times I have had people ask for us to get back that interchangeable frame. And this needs to be shook. You can see the inside. This is a brand new jar. And I didn't even think to shake it before I opened it. But I can't tell you how many times that I've had people ask about that frame. They want that frame back. And I really wish I could. I actually looked at pricing it out to have someone make it. And they wanted $17 a frame for my price. And I was like, yeah, they're not going to buy that. So we are going to get creative today. We're going to work with what we have. And we're going to go ahead and do basically the same thing that we did before, but we're going to do it with this one. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to freehand this. And I'm just going to paint the whole frame. I like this light green color. And I think it will go good with the napkin design. So these are, I'm gonna have to do it off the top of my head. I know I had to look it up for someone else. It's not quite 5 inches. It's like 4.7 by 4.7, the whole thing. And so that means the inside's a little bit smaller. And you could just paint the, like if you don't want to go in here and do the whole inside like I'm doing, you could just do the outside frame. Again, we used to have these in black, then natural, but the natural was not an actual natural. It was supposedly like a natural color, but it was like there was almost a vinyl wrap or something on it. So it wasn't, I feel like these are much more higher quality than the frames that we had before. Ooh, Gayla, is that your name? Gayla's watching from Louisiana. Welcome, Gayla. I think that's the first time I've seen your name, so I think you might be new. Thank you for popping on today. All right, and these take the paint really nice, especially if you use like a chalk paint. It's not gonna take a whole lot of paint. I've been dying to use this green color. You can kind of see, I don't know if you can see if it looks the same in the video, because you know how color's a little bit different. But it almost matches my mat, like pretty freaking close. So you can tell that's one of my favorite colors. Then you can also tell like on this side a little bit where it's drying, it is drying a little bit darker. So we're just gonna do the outside first. And I think I'm actually gonna do some, a little bit of antiquing on it. Rough it up a little bit. And I just wanna get this first layer on here. You could crackle this too. I know we have quite a few ladies that love to do the crackle. So that would be another fun idea if you want to get a little more technical in there. I'm just gonna come in. I got a little aggressive with my freehand down here. Welcome, Nancy. Welcome, Deborah. I've got Nancy and Deborah's watching from Aurora. We've got Nancy here from Kentucky. Pop that up. We got Gayla checked in from Louisiana. So we are doing the brand new shadow box, beaded shadow box sign to kind of bring back that sign that everybody loves. I have an ad running right now, and I didn't even realize that kit was on the ad. And that's when I started getting questions about bringing it back. I got creative. I'm like, well, I have the frame, similar frame, and I have the beads, and we could totally do this. Plus, the other frame, you couldn't, because it had that film on whatever was on the top of whatever it was coated with, you couldn't have painted it and changed the color. So that makes it too. I've got Terry checking in from Louisiana. Louisa, Virginia. She's brand new. Oh, thank you so much. She sprinkled. I appreciate it, Terry. We're just about done here with the outside of the frame. I'm not going to do the back. You could do the back too. You got to let me know when sometimes I get crazy and I get a little bit off camera here. We're almost around the outside. So let me know if you guys caught those when I saw Aurora. Oh, let me on there. Let me know if you guys caught those crazy lights. I missed it the first night. And so, well, we'd heard people were seeing them, and then we went out, and where we were at, you couldn't see anything because we have too much light pollution. And then there's this huge, I don't even know what it is. It's called Legacy Park, and it's where like all the kids go and they do their paid sports. And so they have, I couldn't even tell you how many freaking lights they have. They have a ridiculous amount of lights that just lights up our whole sky. So there's no way you can see it from where our house was. But I did walk with my son all the way around the park to see if maybe we could see something kind of at 11 o'clock. And we didn't see anything. So I was super bummed. And then I heard that you could possibly see them the next night. So the next night we got smart and we got the truck and put the cooler out, and we drove all the way out into the desert. We're here in Arizona. And it was crazy the amount of people that were out that night. I think there was more people out on the trail and out on the road heading out there than there is like when you go on a Saturday to go off-roading. It was nuts how many people were out there. And I think we got out there like 10 o'clock. And we're like, okay, we're gonna sit here for 2 hours. We're gonna see this. And so we sat out there and we sat out there. We saw a ton of shooting stars. We did not see any lightning. We did not. In fact, at one point, we were with my sister-in-law and her kids and her husband, and they asked me to check on social if anyone else was seeing them. And so I went to go check on social if anyone else is seeing them. And when I went to check on social, all of a sudden they were all like, "Oh my gosh, did you see that? Oh my god, that was so huge!" And I was like, "What?" So I thought I totally missed it. Like they had saw something after, staring at the sky for like 2.5, 3 hours straight. And I guess they just saw a shooting star, but it took like 30 minutes for me to figure out that they didn't just see it and I had missed it. But I totally thought that I had missed it. I was not happy. No, but after all that, we did not see anything. So I heard on the radio this morning that maybe there's supposed to be like another whatever, but I got home before it actually said when it was. So if you know when those lights are coming back, I can pull this stuff off. Let me know because I completely missed it. I did see some amazing pictures. What's crazy is if I would have been in my hometown in Northeast Oregon, they had like the most amazing pictures and views like right there in town. I was like, go figure, I'm not there anymore. I don't get to see it. All right, so I just kind of roughed it up a little bit. What I'm trying to do is I don't want it to look so new. So I'm gonna go through and then I've got, this is the Dixie Belle in brown. I'm gonna try the brown again. I used the brown last time and I really didn't think it was that great. I kind of like the black better, but we'll give it another shot here. I'm just taking my antiquing brush and we're just running it along this, especially these spots where I kind of roughed it up with the sander. Just so that it's not looking so new. All right, I'm liking that. All right, so we've got kind of our frame here. We've got it edged out and antiqued. If you wanted to do, you know, I probably should do these edges because people may see those. But here you go, so you can kind of see how we prepped it here. So I'm gonna let that sit over here and then we're gonna work on the beads. So this is how I have done the beads before. If you haven't seen, I think I've only done this tutorial in the group. And I was gonna do blue, but now I'm wondering if with the aging, I am gonna do the brown, I think. So how we do this is you just take your container here, and it's best if it has a lid. And we're gonna add a little bit of this paint. Whoa, that's like way too much paint. I was like looking at comments and not looking at you, or not looking at what I was doing. We do not need that much paint. So I'm actually gonna scrape some of it out because if we have too much paint, this is never gonna dry. And I'm pretty sure you guys have other stuff to do just today besides watching me figure this out. All right, so we literally do not need that much paint. All right, we're saving it. Everything's good. I actually have a ton of those scrapers, so we're fine. Okay, so we've got our paint in there. And we're gonna take a little bit of water because we can thin this out. And then we're gonna mix that together. And I am gonna use the brush that I already had. I need to get more sticks out here. I had popsicle sticks. Have you guys tried doing this? Have you done the beads this way before? This is so much easier than like hand painting. And so it's my favorite now. Okay, so we're gonna make sure I leave all the paint in there. But from here, we're actually just gonna drop our beads in here. So we've got all the beads in there. Put the lid on. So from there, you can kind of see that they're all covered now. So from there, I'm gonna get the heat gun out again. And we're gonna give them a little blow dry. I probably could have done the beads first, but last time I did this when I had the class, I think I did it in the members group, and I didn't have the heat gun back then. So we had to do these and then wait for them to dry and then do some more and then wait for them to dry. I think I got the heat gun right after that. So these are going to be the beads for the candle. So again, if you're brand new, let me know if you're just popping on. I usually try and go live on Tuesdays The time always is not always the same, just because it does get a little crazy here. I don't have the girls shipping. I don't have the girls in here shipping on Tuesday, and then I've got a few of the girls. I've got one that has family in town, so she's her schedule's kind of all over the place. But ooh, I saw smoke going up. Had to make sure we weren't starting a fire. That would be a first. I'm just gonna cut some of this napkin here because I'm gonna use it to get the bulk of this paint out of here, because we're gonna reuse the same container. You're supposed to use 2 containers, but I didn't get these at the Dollar Tree. I think these are actually like meal saver containers that I had from when my kids come over for holidays. Ideally, you want the Dollar Tree ones that you can just throw away. Oh, Nancy, I love this comment. She never would have thought to do the paint the beads this way. Yes, this is such a time saver and way less frustrating than hand painting them. Plus, like, if you hand paint them, you have to be holding it when you're doing the paint, and then you're getting fingerprints. All right, so I'm just gonna get the bulk of this paint out here, and then I am gonna hit it with my gun. So we're gonna use the same container, but if you didn't want to do all of this, then oh, perfect. If you didn't want to do all of this, then you could just get another you could just use another container. I just want to get the bulk of it dry right here, and then what we're going to do is I'll show you how to do the speckles on it. And it's just, you'll get better speckles if your container is dry, if you're not mixing your paint. Welcome, Tammy. We've got Tammy's another first timer. So we're mid-process of doing our beads. Oh, Deborah says that she's done them in a sandwich bag. That's a great idea. Terry said card people order just a bundle of different Christian napkins. Is that, I have to expound on that. Oh, can people order just a bundle of different Christian napkins? So the napkins are mostly sold individually. So yes, you can do that. I have one bundle, it's called the Holy Holidays bundle, but I need to, we're out of a couple of the prints in it, so I need to update it so that it's back in stock. So that one is not back in stock, but most of the napkins are sold individually, so you can pick which verses that you want. Okay, so this is technically a wax, but because it's this Hello Hobby, it's a little bit thicker like a paint. So I actually bought it thinking it was brown paint, and it was not, because I wasn't reading. Okay, so for this, we're just gonna take it and we're just gonna do like some dots. I'm just dotting it in here all over the bottom. That's it. Then I'm gonna drop my dry beads back in here. Oh, I have paint on my finger. Well, that one already has some spots on it. We're gonna drop them in there. This plate is still has wet on it. I do have extra plates, so we'll just replace that one like that. And now we're gonna put the lid back on it. And we're just gonna roll them around in the front. And I don't want them too crazy, so I'm just gonna dump them out just like that. All right, we're good with that. I'm gonna hit them with the gun again just so they can get nice and dry. I might have to try that bag way next. I never thought about that. That's definitely how you would get no fingerprints for sure. Okay, so you can kind of see in these that they have just different prints. None of them are the same. That one has like a little blob on it. I just want to make sure that when I go to grab it, because you know when I go to grab it, I'm going to grab right where the bead blob is. It never fails. Okay, now we've got our little beads, we've got our little sign. I think we're good. I'm gonna put those aside. And I think we are ready to decoupage. The only thing, I am gonna be using some of this permanent glue when we attach the sign with the hot glue gun, because I don't think at least my hot glue gun is not strong enough to be able to hold it. Nancy says she loves her heat gun. You know what? I thought in the beginning it was so unnecessary. Like even doing tutorials, I wasn't using it. And now that I have one, because I'm impatient, so I don't know why I thought that it wasn't going to be like the best thing ever. Again, because I have no patience. And now that I have it, it's like my favorite thing. Okay, so what I'm doing now is just trying to figure out where my design is going to go here. It's going to, since we're doing the inside, what I'm trying to do is just kind of line up where, oh, excuse my alarm. That's my reminder that I need to have a snack. Andrea, welcome, welcome. She's new to the page too. If you like snacks, you're in the right spot. I just started working with my trainer again this week. And so I'm on like a meal plan, and I have to remember to like drink water and eat all the things. I have to remember to eat. Honestly, eating's not a problem, but I have to eat the healthy stuff, so. Oh, Tammy just jumped on. That's a great question, Tammy. So our napkins are our own designs, custom printed. So because of that, we can only print on the front side of the napkin because we do use US printers. So you just get the one print. But that's, again, it's so that we can support US printers, and that's so we can do our own design, and we can do smaller orders. If we went overseas, which, we have that option to go overseas and do the 4 prints, we would not be able to release as many designs as we have because the minimum to order is so high. And then if that design's a dud or no one likes it, then I'm stuck with, thousands upon thousands upon thousands of napkins that I can't get rid of. So this allows us to release, we release 5 designs a month, and then we can see which ones are the popular ones, and we can keep releasing designs. So that's kind of the decisions that we've made. And I love that you love that they are printed in the United States. Yes, so we, I think there's 3 different printing companies in the US that we work with based on which products they are. So we have the decoupage tissue, we have the napkins, and then we have the rice paper. So, there's 3 different printing companies that we're supporting. So I love that that's important to you too. We do, when at all possible, try to support US based companies. Not everything that we have can we get made in the US because they just don't make it in the US. For example, our rub-on transfers and our washi tape, they're not printers in the US to print those in the bulk quantities. So we have to go overseas for those. But yep, we do try. Some people love it. Some people are not happy about it. I've learned in this business, it's made me a little bit tougher that we can't please everybody. And I try. I mean, it's just not. I tried really hard in the beginning, and I got beat up real bad. So now I just know that we can't appease everybody, but we try, and we go where God leads. So I can sleep with that. All right, so I decoupage edged did the decoupage edging on this napkin, which means I use the water to tear it. And then we're gonna see how we fit in here. Like, how did I do? Pretty decent. I think I need to take a little bit more off of the top. It's gonna be tricky because this is where I usually mess it up. So I'm just gonna be a little more aggressive. And somebody was telling me the last live that Dollar Tree has water pins, and obviously I haven't made it there yet to find them, because I need to get one. Otherwise, I'm doing the multiple dipping. And this is me getting super picky. You probably could have just stuck it right in there and it had the overlay on the top or the bottom. I'm just trying to clean it up a little bit. You could also just cut it with scissors. You don't have to do it this way if you want like a cleaner edge. I feel like the decoupage edge is a little bit more forgiving for me, because we all know that I'm gonna make a mistake at some point. It happens every video. There'll be something that I have to fix. Okay, that's pretty freaking close. So if you're worried about the background showing, or like for me, for example, I don't know if you kind of see it, I overwent a little bit on the green on this part. You could go in and repaint all this white. I'm not gonna worry about it. I'm just gonna roll with it. And then what I like to do is use my other accents and stuff that I have to fix my errors. That's how I roll. Okay, so these napkins are 3-ply. You can see I got the first ply pretty easy there. Oh. I also find it easier too to separate the napkins when I do the decoupage edging or the tear method. If you cut it with scissors, sometimes it's hard to get those pieces, that piece separated on there. So you'll know when you have it, when this is almost see-through and you can still see the ink on this side, then you know you got the right layer. All right, so from here, we're just gonna put in a light dusting of our Mod Podge. You know me, I usually have a heavy hand with that. We did okay today. I didn't fill the whole thing with decoupage. I had the heavy hand with the paint though, obviously, because I dumped half that jar in the bucket there. So basically you just want a nice, light, thin layer. I generally try to get all the like lumps out. All right, here we go. Okay, and then the key is to try and get this straight. Ooh. And I do go from the middle out. I think I got pretty stinking lucky there with my placement. Now you do want to make sure that you don't overwork the ink and when it's wet on the Mod Podge. So if you do kind of get like a little crazy and kind of overwork it, you can smear the ink or tear the napkin. So just fight the urge. Now I had a pretty good shot here. I didn't have to, like everything went down pretty much with no wrinkles. So this is dang near perfect. Now, if you have wrinkles, I always like to have either a Ziploc bag or you can use like a ball of saran wrap or whatever. And then you can actually put this on here and you can smooth out the wrinkles this way. Okay, so if it doesn't go on perfect or it has some wrinkles that are bugging you, that's one way that you can just like kind of smush them out. All right, so far, so cute. This is what we got. All right, so we have these little extras here. I think I'm gonna go ahead and get my handle on here. All right, so I am going to tie one end with a knot. One reason is to keep the beads on. The other reason is I'm gonna need something to glue. And so I need a little more like sustenance to put my glue ball on. All right, so actually I did 2 just to make it a little bit bigger. And then I'm just gonna string these on here. And luckily the hole in these beads is a pretty good size, so shouldn't have too much trouble getting them on here. I say that and then they start getting sticky. I think I'm looking at them, I think I may rough them up a little bit. That last one's gonna get tricky. I don't know how many pairs of scissors I need here. If it starts getting hard, you can just give your string a little haircut. All right, last one. Woo! Okay, so technically, I probably would have wanted to do that knot a little bit higher. So I'm gonna go fix that now. I told you I would mess something up. It never fails. And that's just because I don't want my beads to move. I kind of want them centered, and then I can center my handles. That's what I'm thinking. If you are fine with spaces in your beads, or maybe we even want to tie like some ribbons or something in between the beads, which I've seen done before, you can do that. You can also put a knot in between each bead. That's going to be like a different look. I'm usually like really good at undoing knots, mainly from many years of having toddlers. All right, we'll get these kind of centered to where I want them. And then I'm just gonna slide this knot up. So I only undid it enough to make it loose. All right, this one is just being funny because I undid it and it doesn't like that. All right, there we go. Oh my gosh, did you see that? I almost just undid all of my beads because I got too aggressive. Well, that one doesn't want to go. Okay, we've got one in. This one is just being difficult. Oh my gosh, I got it through once and now it doesn't want to go through. I have a cheat beater over here, but I don't think I have it in here. See, I knew it was too easy that first time. There we go. All right. So I've got the knot on one end. I'm going to go ahead and knot this other end here. And that's just again so that my beads don't move. And then I probably will do a knot at the end too because I do need something to glue. Okay, so there we go. And you can tell that these are not even. Make sure it's on there so you can see, like I've got more on one side than the other. It's not too bad, but it's not exactly. But that's fine because we can just make it even. There we go. All right, put that aside. All right, so I am going to tie another knot here at the bottom, again, so that I have something to glue. You just need a little bit more surface area to glue that. Now, if you have a staple gun, that would be ideal. I think we have one in the garage, but I know not everyone's gonna have like the high-powered staple gun, so we're gonna do this the old-fashioned way. All right, so basically you can kind of see this is what I've got going on here is kind of what it's gonna look like. So I am gonna rough these up just a little bit. Oh. And this is optional. This is just me trying to age it a little bit more. This one a little bit more beat up looking. And I'm also trying to match the frame. I'm gonna go back in here. And I'm not even adding any more to my brush. I'm just kind of filling in with what I have on there. And I'm just hitting the spots that I scraped the paint off with the actual sandpaper. So it'll kind of take that wax in because it's dry there. So now you can see they look a little bit more beat up and they're matching the sign a little bit more. Okay, so we've got that. Let's go ahead and work on our bow. I think I am going to use the bow dabra today. So this is the mini bow dabra, and I've only used this one other time, obviously. So let's see what kind of bow we can get with this. I'm going to stack these. Actually, I think I'm going to go with the big one, and then I'm going to go with the smaller white in the middle. So that will be like the inside of the bow, and then I'm probably going to bring in one of the flowers at that point. So first I'm going to decide how long I want my tails, and I can snap those later. But however large your loops are, like you can kind of see like this is how big it's going to be. Okay, so I'm probably going to leave that because then I have tails that are kind of the same size. And then I'm going to go in here and I'm going to do these a little smaller. So you just kind of take it back and forth. It makes it really easy. Basically what this thing is just another set of hands. Which before I had this, if you watched any of the videos, I was using my teeth. Not so good. All right, oops, I forgot the pusher downer thing. I don't know what that does. I guess it makes it tighter, but I don't see a big difference when I do that. I'm just following the instructions though. All right, so we're gonna double tie this. And I am gonna spin it to the back there because I do want this part to be the front. And we're gonna squishy. So for these, you kind of just have to play with everything for it to go how you want. So I'm gonna actually, I need one of those. Tammy, I swear, that's why I bought it. I'm not even kidding you, because if you've watched any of these videos before, my bows were horrible because I could not get it to do what I needed it to do. Like it just wasn't, I tried scrappy bows are supposed to be like the easiest bow. No, they're not. Okay, so I'm actually, I think, gonna glue these to the back. We'll see. We'll see what we do here. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead. I gotta figure out where I'm gonna put this thing. And then once we attach it, we can do some more floofy with it. I think the last time I did it in this corner. And again, you can still play with it because it's in these loops. So I can make this shorter, longer. This is, it's not wired, but it has like some plastic in it. So it's not as flexible as it would appear. So you're gonna have to kind of manipulate it where you want. Barbara asked, where did I get one of those? I found it on Amazon. They have the big one and then they have the little one, but because most of our projects are smaller, I just got the little one. And then it came with this wire too, which this is the wire I'm supposed to be using with it. It's like 100 yards of gold. It's not even wire, it's just like little string stuff, but I always use the jute. So I'm not even bothering with that wire. Plus you could only choose gold or silver, and I'm not really a gold or silver person for either. Like I don't like either of those. So I got it because I felt like it was kind of free. Because I don't think they charged you anymore to have that or to buy that thing. Okay, so I've got everything tucked in around here front. I think I'm gonna go ahead and just suck her down. All right. And I had to bend all my ends under. Oh, Barbara asked what it's called. Okay, it's called the Mini Bow Dabra. I'm trying to see if you can like read it. You can also go to www.bowdabra.com. Highly recommend. I can't remember how much it was, but it was under $20. Like whatever it was, I was like, we're done, because I am tired of looking like an idiot on these trying to make bows. So I bought one. You're welcome, Barbara. Okay, so we've got all of our little, tags and tails and stuff in here. So I'm just gonna kind of clean these up. Again, this ribbon is not gonna do what you want it to do. It's gonna have a mind of its own. So you just kind of work with it. So I'm gonna leave that one a little bit long because I forgot that I wanted to do my charm. So what we did before on these, where's my little charm? Here we go. Here's a little charm that come with it. So mine says Grace. So I'm gonna just go ahead and I just kind of tied it last time so that it hangs down a little bit. The other option, you know what? I'm gonna do it the other way because I don't like that, is everyone has jute, right? If you don't have extra jute, make sure you take some of yours out of the kit, like cut some of it so that you have it to use. But I am just gonna put it underneath my flower is what I'm gonna do. All right, so I just have it strung there. And again, the charms are all different. So you might get blessed, there's like a whole bunch of different, I can't even remember all the different words on them, but this one says Grace. So it is one of our mystery charms. So we do sell these charms just by themselves. All right, I'm gonna do another, well, if I do a knot at the top, it's not gonna really have anything to hold on to. All right, I'm just gonna tack it here. But if you have longer string, then you can tie another knot, but I think we're good here. I'm just gonna put that on here. I'm not used to having an actual hot glue gun. My other glue gun before I got the cordless was like it just wasn't a hot one. What do you call it? It's like a cool temp one, so I didn't burn myself. Now that I have the hot one, I have to remember I can't just jam my finger in there. I mean, I can, but it's not gonna be a good situation. Probably great for TV though, or for live video. So we could do just this flower here. I'm actually gonna do the bigger flower so that it can give my bow like a little bit more grace here. These ones do have the stem, so you're gonna wanna kind of go underneath with it. And for this one, I'm gonna put the glue on the actual stem because I'm gonna be jamming it kind of underneath the bottom. And then I'm gonna put some more in here so that I can get it to lay the way that I want it to look on the front. Oops, okay, this is trying to shove in the new glue stick and it doesn't want to go. I'm realizing that's why they gave me the, whatchamacallit. This has like a glue. Oh yeah, because it wasn't going all the way in there. Good Lord. Oh, because I'm not even touching. Oh, good heavens. It has that like whole loop of glue thing. Like it's a big old long, I don't know what, it's like a rope of glue. I was a little bit intimidated to use it, so I have not put it in there yet. But I need to. Okay, so we've got our bow on here, we've got our sign on here, we've got our crazy little, everything's going on. Again, you have these other flowers you could use for the center of your bow. You could use this one. You've got the beads. You could stack all three. Oh, Tammy says she's loving this project. Thank you so much, Tammy. I'm telling you, it was a huge hit when we had those other signs, but I think it's funner to do the beads yourself than to get the sign with the beads. So that's what I think. All right, I probably should have put the handle on before I did the bow, but when you do yours, do the handle before you do the bow. Okay, so I'm just gonna try and get an eye for like how much I want this up there. I'm thinking like right there. Just making myself little notes. Okay, so for this, because again, I just don't trust my glue to hold it, I am using some of this. I have E3000 or whatever, but this just came in something that I have, and it's so small that I have it up here on my desk. So the other tube is like huge, and this has like a nice little needle point. I'm loving that. Oh my gosh, but you have to be able to see to get the lid back in there. Okay, so I put that on there, and then I'm also gonna do the hot glue. So we're gonna hot glue, we'll just do one at a time here. So we're basically doing both together. And what that's gonna do is the hot glue is gonna hold it for now. And then like 24 hours from now, the other glue is gonna kick in and do the rest of the work. Because that other kind does take a while for it to dry. All right, again, just trying not to burn myself while I'm live. Because I am famous for doing that. I think we've got a pretty good adhesion there. So here's basically, minus your little glue strings everywhere. This is just one idea of what you can do with the God is My Strength kit. So again, there's so many different variations you can do from the beads. You can keep everything natural. If you're like, I don't have paint or I don't want to paint, that's an option. There's so many different options for the bow. We kind of went a little fancy with the beads. You can leave it without the beaded handle, but the whole point for this kit is the beaded handle. But I'm gonna go, here, I'll do it this way. So you can kind of see it held up here. How cute is that? Do you think the beaded, having the speckles on it is too much? I can't decide. I know it's a lot. It's not Easter, but it's so fun to do the speckled beads that I had to do the speckled beads. So I did show you like probably the most advanced that you can do it. It doesn't need to be this advanced at all, but this kit is so cute. So again, this kit is up on the site. I do only have a limited number of them because these signs, just the shadow box itself sells so fast. Oh my God, I'm knocking things over right and left. But we'll go ahead and remove this camera so you just have me. But the next thing that I wanted to show you, actually, you know what, we'll put that camera back on, is because you stuck around, you are gonna get the sneak peek for the washi tape. Which one is hiding from me right now? So we are dropping brand new washi tape this week. I know it's been a while since we've had any new washi tape designs. I know we're sold out of a couple that were super hot sellers. So what I've done is actually went back and redesigned some of those washi tapes. So I'm gonna get actually my little board out here so that you can see. All right, we'll go ahead and jump back on here. So the first one that we're releasing this week is, trying to get it to focus here on you, is God is Good. And so I will show you on the God is Good. So it has God is Good. It has a little graphic here with the little flowers on it. So it says God is good all the time. And then in between, it has the same saying, God is good all the time, in 2 different fonts. So you could use the God is good part, you could use the all the time part, you could use God is good all the time, and you could use the graphic. So there's so many different ways that you could use this, the washi tape sections of it. So super excited about this one. And if you like this design and these colors, you're absolutely gonna love the rub-on transfers that are coming next week. They actually arrived today. I got the text message while I was on this live, so I'm gonna go get them next. I'm so stinking excited. I can't wait to show you what I have in store for those. So fun. But so this first one is God is Good. So this washi tape is 15 millimeter and it's 10 meters long. So there's a lot of washi tape on here. So that is design number 1. Now, how we do our releases, if you're new, because I know there's a lot of new people in here. So our members, the members of the Crafting and Christ Club, so those are people that are signed up to get either a crafting kit each month or our napkin club each month. they get first access. So if you are a member, check your email tonight. Your first access link and your 20% off coupon code will be in your email at midnight. So they will be getting first access, and then everyone else, it's going to open up on Thursday. So the second one, this was a design that we had before. I can do all things. We've had this verse, we've not had this design. So this is a brand new design. Wendy already says she likes that washi tape. And Wendy, if you love that last one, you're gonna absolutely love the rub-on transfers that we have coming. They're all in that same like watercolor, springy, summery feel. They're absolutely gorgeous. When I designed them, I was like, oh my gosh, I love these all together. And then when she sent me the sneak peek, I was like, these are even better than I thought. So I think I like them even better than the Words of Faith, because the Words of Faith are just the black and transparent. And I love those because they're so versatile, but I really think I missed the colors. So it was fun to have some color designs. Okay, so the new I Can Do All Things now the one we had before was more floral, and it had like a heart with some lines through it. So this one is more, it's like a stone background. I'm sorry, I put it up there like you can't see. So it's like a stone background, you've got the cross, and then it just says, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. And then that just repeats. So you can use it with the cross, without the cross, you can use the cross individually, but that is the second one we have. So I Can Do All Things, again, available to members tonight. And it is midnight Arizona time. So a few of you East Coasters will have a little earliest. We're like the last time zone. Arizona matches up with Pacific right now. So all of you guys that aren't in Pacific, you can actually get it earlier than we can, just because it's midnight. Well, no, it's not. You can't get it earlier. What am I talking about? It's released at midnight Arizona time. So yeah, that's a couple hours earlier for you. I don't know what's going on, guys. Who put me in charge? I swear. And then we're bringing back Amazing Grace. So Amazing Grace before was like a blue pattern, and it had, it was all musical notes. Wendy's already figured out the time. You know what I'll be doing at 3 a.m.? Wendy, you're so funny. I hope you're not staying up for that, but I don't blame you if you do, because we only have a limited number of each of these. Because what I do is I release them to make sure that the design is gonna be a seller, and if it's not a huge seller, then it doesn't come back. So this one's Amazing Grace. So we went a different version, a different direction this time, more of a vintage. It's got a dove here with the flowers, and then it has the Amazing Grace, and the Grace is in kind of like a stone type font, and then How Sweet the Sound. So that pattern just repeats on it. And then in the background, I don't know if you can see, it might be hard to see on camera, there is a light, the music notes are still running through it in the background, but the other one was more like a teal and black, and it was pretty bold, the music print. So this is more of a subtle, like rustic vintage feel Amazing Grace. I absolutely love it. You know I'm gonna love all of them, but that is Amazing Grace. So again, that will be available up. So those are the 3 that we're releasing. Now I didn't have a chance to print off the rice paper before I jumped on here, but I have also, because I had someone request today to get the pins that we have on the decoupage tissue, which I have a partial sheet here, did from the last, from one of the crafts. That's my cinnamon. If you follow our page, you'll see what we're gonna do with that for a bonus that is coming up soon. But our decoupage tissue paper, here we go, that was released last week. Was it last week or the week before? I think it was a few weeks ago. So we have the hymns on the decoupage tissue paper. These hymns are also on napkins, but I had a request to put the hymns on white rice paper, which I don't know why I never thought before to do. And so I said, yeah, we can put those on rice paper, because with the rice paper, we actually, we're printing that in-house here. So I can put any of our napkin designs on the rice paper. So what I've done is I have taken the most popular hymns. So you've got Amazing Grace, 2 versions. So if you liked the original version we have that didn't have the roses coming through it, so I don't have the original version on here, but it's this pattern right here. pretty much this size. If you were to get the rice paper, it would be this size, but it has the rice paper sheen, and then it's got the nice feel on the back. That is available too. So we have Amazing Grace, Blessed Assurance, Come Thou Font, and then I also did both of the birds. So if you like this one, the Just As I Am, that's going to be available on rice paper. Technically, those are available now if you want to go put them in your shopping cart and then wait till tomorrow, because I already put them on the side live. And then put your hand in the hand. And I did put them on the side live because this is something that we've carried before. It's just we're putting it on rice paper, and the rice paper, usually I don't have a problem getting it from the manufacturer. So I'm pretty confident we'll be okay with these. And I went ahead, and so these are available now. So if you want these on rice paper, that is going to be available too. The rice paper is live on the site. The washi paper, you do have to wait until the members get their first shot at it, because those are limited, super limited quantities for our initial order. So that was just what I want to show you today. So we've got our free washi tapes being released. Either today you'll have access if you're a member, or Thursday 10 a.m. they'll be available to everybody else. So those are then again 15 millimeters in width, and then they're 10 millimeters long. So you get quite a bit. You can kind of see in the rolls, like they're decent sized rolls of washi. So they're not like the little thin ones. Hello, Diane. So that is the brand new release. And then I'll show you again how the project ended up, because I see Diane just popped on. So we just finished wrapping up the God Is My Strength beaded sign kit. This is available on the site. I put the link, I think, above, or I put it above, I don't even know. The link, when you look on the video, is going to show. Oh, Barb, I missed a question. Oh no, I didn't. I didn't. She was asking about the bow jabra. Just kidding. I didn't miss a question. The link for the kit is available on the site. So these are available. You can go get them if you love them and you're missing the beaded sign. This is one way to get it done, one way to have it. And you can technically, the kit comes with this napkin, but if you didn't want this napkin, you want to do the sign with another napkin, you can literally go shop any of our napkins and just add it to your cart, and then you have a different napkin you can use in the center. Oh, Diane, I gotta post that. I gotta post it. Thank you so much, Diane. I truly appreciate it. We couldn't do any of this without each and every one of you. For those that are new, this is still based out of my house. We're still running out of my house. We are looking for a location because we are getting bigger and having more orders, and having to order, especially for our club kit. So the Crafting in Christ kit, that's where you get a full project kit. You get 10 napkins, you get everything you need to make the kit. Because that membership is growing so quickly, we're gonna have to find a bigger space. But also, I have 3 part-time employees here in the United States, and then I have 1 Filipino part-time employee that helps me with some admin stuff. So you guys are not just supporting my family, but you're supporting multiple families by supporting us. So I can't thank you enough. And then, like I said, we also use the US print shops as well. So one of them, especially with our napkins, we keep very busy. They just shipped next month's club. So the June napkins are on their way now. So yeah, we can do it without each and every one of you. So I appreciate it so much. But that is the end of the tutorial. That's the new washi tape that we have coming out. That is what I have for you this week. I do want you, if you're not following our page, make sure to follow. Get on our list for the texts. I do send out a text before I go live each time. You are not going to want to miss next week's live. So I can't tell you what time it'll be because you know me, I'm flying by the seat of my pants on a Tuesday, but it'll be kind of around this time next Tuesday. But you're going to see the brand new Revon transfers and the brand new kit that we have that goes with the Revon transfers that you guys have been asking for so long. It is the #1 requested kit that I get asked. If you have some guesses, put them in the comments if you have some guesses of what the kit is. But the #1 kit that I get asked for all the time. Do you have this kit? Can I get this kit? I want this kit. So I have finally found everything that I feel should be in it, and I'm super excited to share it. But that's what I will be doing next Tuesday. I will be releasing that kit, and we'll go through some possibilities of what you can do for it. If you love washi tape and you love Revon transfers, you need to join me next week because it's for you. It's going to be for you, and it's going to be super exciting. And it's actually something I haven't done. So I'm going to have to get some inspiration before I pop on, so I don't mess it up too bad. But that's it for today. I hope you get this project. Also, this makes a great gift. This was our number one selling kit that was for gifts as well, because this is a great sister ministry, like sister Christ night. We get together and craft something together. The video that we show in the ad is the lady and her sister were doing it. It was such a sweet story. Her sister friend was going through cancer at the time, and she was trying to do something to cheer her up. So she made this delicious looking stew and had the kit. They did the kits together, and it just really kind of poured into her sister friend in that moment. And it was so sweet. But on the ad, I have people that are asking me for the recipe of her stew or whatever it is that she made, and I have no idea. It looks delicious, but I don't have the recipe. But I thought it was so funny that they were like, forget about the kit. I need to know what that soup is. So funny, but but again, so that just reminded me that this is such a great kit for that too. And even the message in it. And I think that's why she picked it specifically, because that was the verse that they were kind of praying over for her friend. So such a sweet story, and it just fills my soul to be part of that, and to be, just a small part in being able to provide experiences and crafting nights like that. That's the whole heart behind the Christian craft paper. It's that you're getting together either with yourself and your worship music, or you're getting together with your sister friend, or you're getting together with your girlfriends from church, or maybe you're getting together with women that you have in your life that aren't believers yet. And maybe you're doing a Christian-based, not even a Christian, a faith-based craft with them, because it's such an easy way to introduce the word without being in your face about it, or starting a conversation without, having to start a conversation. Like, it's just a great way to plant the seed. And that was the heart behind this whole company and everything that we do. So I encourage you to take these opportunities not only for yourself, but to share them with others, because you never know how God's working. And he works through all of it. I shared this story before, but our rub-on transfers are made in China. And I know some of you are going to poo-poo about that, but I explained it before. We don't have the ability to make them in the US because those manufacturers are in China. But it's really hard to get your hands on the Bible in China. Like, Christianity is not supported. I don't even think it's allowed there. But we have these companies that we're using to make our faith-based stuff. And that's why it's very important to me that almost everything that we create has a Bible verse on it, because I'm not here to make pretty designs. I'm here to help share the word. I'm here to, do what God's asked me to do. And he didn't ask me to make pretty designs. Like, they're very beautiful. And I partner with a lot of people to bring those to you. But I know we will always be Bible verse first and the hymns second. And so those are the kind of designs we make. But we have women that are seeing Jesus' word, like God's word, every day when they produce our products. And we have these women, Anne is my contact there. She tells me how they take the transfers because, stuff doesn't, if there's an error with it, or it prints funny, or they can't use it or can't package it, those things are just discarded. And she says that our transfers are the number one ones that the ladies are taking, and they're putting on their water bottles at work. So again, each and every one of you are supporting that. So even in the fact of us just having things designed, if they never sell, it's spreading the word of God in places where it's really hard to get. So I just love sharing that, because she'll send me little snapshots of their water bottles or their lunchroom where they have all the extra transfers that people can just take, and our stuff's in there. And it just feeds my soul. So I love sharing those things, because if I don't, you guys don't know that it's happening. Yes, this company supports my family, but it's so much bigger than that. And I just got chills even saying that, because it's not about that. If I had to find another way to make money, I would. I actually have a second business in marketing, so that has paid the bills for a really long time. This is something that God called me to do, and I just try to be obedient as I can. And again, it's not going to please everybody, but that's okay, because I'm not here to please everybody. I'm here to please the big guy. And as long as I keep doing that, I think we'll be doing pretty good. So Kathy says, that's awesome. I love that. I love getting to share that with you. And yeah, so I don't want to take up too much more of your afternoon, evening. I know some of you where you're at, but I just want to show this kit and what you could do with it. I'm going to go ahead and take a picture of this, and I'll update it on the in the store, and then on the page too, so you can see the finished project, and not the one that from the old project. I love this from Tammy. Awesome testimony. Thank you so much, Tammy. I appreciate it. But thank you so much, ladies, for each and every one of you. I love your participation. You guys feel my soul. I can't tell you how many of these lives I used to have where there was like nobody on it or like one person and they were just watching and not commenting. So it does make me feel like I'm in a room with each of you. So I love that. If you remember, don't forget that our bonus crafting night is this Thursday at 5 o'clock. So like 48 hours from now. I know, Wendy, you are counting down. Someone else messaged me, Marcella, I think. She said she's got her kit and she's ready. So we are doing the crafting kit. I got a couple sneak peeks up here. I almost showed you the wrong one. Okay, both of those are the wrong ones. These are bonuses I have tucked away that are coming soon. So I gotta make sure I don't share the wrong one. Yes, okay, so here we go. We are doing ATCs, which are artist trading cards. So for the bonus craft night this month, we're doing them live in the private group together, 5 o'clock on Thursday. So if you ordered one of our ATC kits, you're gonna have something like this, similar, they're not all the same. And we're gonna be making artist trading cards with these. So they've got little trading cards and they're all gonna be different. My son's gonna be joining us because this is one of his favorite activities, is the trading cards. He absolutely fell in love. Before I do that live, I've got to find the ones we did before so I can show you examples, because I keep wanting to show examples and I don't know where the heck they are. We have 3 of them, but this is what we're going to be working on. This kit is available on the store if you know how to make artist trading cards, or you want to try. After we do the private live in the bonus group, I will post that tutorial so that you have access to it. We do have some of these kits left in the store if you want to try it. So that tutorial will be up after we go through the bonus night on Thursday. So I think that's about it. I want to thank everybody again for popping in. I'll give you one last little peek of what we did. Again, this is the God is My Strength. Woo! My God is My Strength beaded sign kit. If you're not a fan of God is My Strength, you can pick a different napkin when you get the kit, put it in there. But we painted it. And again, you do have the option to, you could do this whole thing backwards and do the whole image on the back, decorate the back, and show it that way too, if you like that other way. Deborah says, what do we do with the shovel craft kit this month? Okay, Deborah, that one is coming soon. So the kit, which is here, so what she's talking about is, let me go back and show, ooh. I don't know what the heck that was. I got some weird question. Not from you guys, from my system. This is the Crafting and Christ Kit Club for this month. So that's what she's talking about. In that, we've got a whole project in here that we're going to be doing. So we've got the 10 napkin designs that came out this month. I can probably go through those real quick because we're on there. And I know we have a bunch of new people. And then there's all these different things. So I already did the small project that came on this, on the previous live. But the big project that we're doing this month is the this shovel here. I'll show you here. So we're doing this garden shovel. That's going to be the project, the main project. So the main crafting night is next Saturday. So not this Saturday, the 18th, the Saturday that follows is when we're going to be doing that shovel, Deborah. So hold on to your shovel and we'll be doing that next Saturday. Now the other, somebody remind me that it came in. Oh, the dove came in it. We did the dove the other day. I have it here. I have it hiding all the way back. Okay, so the dove project, we've been doing right back. The dove project we did when I unboxed it. So there's a video of how to do this project. So this dove came in there and I just added the key. The key was not part of the kit, but this paper was one of the papers that came in the kit that I was using. And this is actually one of our rub-on transfers. So this is not in the kit either. I was just kind of grabbing stuff, but I was just showing one example of how you could do the dove. But the dove cutout is in there. This Raffi is in there. The jute is in there. So you have that. Wendy, is this next crafting kit on its way to me yet? I will check on it, Wendy. I know. So on the 1st, there's a whole bunch that go through. And then there's a bunch of people that kind of ordered in between the 1st and the 15th. And then on the 15th is when the whole rest of the batch goes through. So the last day that will ship is the orders will come through tomorrow, which just reminded me, Liz just called in sick for tomorrow. Not sick, she has something else going on. So I will be packing at least the kit orders tomorrow. So Wendy, I will get it out to you for sure. So this is the other piece that came in that. I'm grabbing like all kinds of stuff here. That was a different project. So then the napkins that came with it, so this is this month's napkins. And the way that the club works is all of the club members, either the Napkin Club or the Crafting in Christ Kit Club, they will get their napkins with their shipment. So right now they're getting these. And then everyone else will have to wait until June 1st. These napkins, whatever we have left of these, will become available and you can just buy them individually, or club members can go back and buy them again. But they always get first dibs. So that you get 2 of each of the 5 designs released. So we have the hymn this month is All Trust in Him. You always get a hymn. And then we have Now Faith is Confidence in What We Hope For and Assurance About What We Cannot See. We have 2 versions of this verse. And again, if you saw the unboxing, this was a God thing. I usually do not have 2 of the same verse. I feel like he needed us to be locked in on faith this month because we got it twice. So there's this design and then this completely different design, same verse, Hebrews 11:1. So 2 different, totally different feels. I still haven't decided what I'm using for my shovel. I don't even know. I'm debating. I'm back and forth. I'm kind of between this one and this next one. Let us not become weary of doing good. I think this one would be a really cute one because I like how it has the plants on it. So I might be using that one. And then the last one is Jeremiah 17:7. Blessed is the man who trusts in the Lord. This one would fit nice on it too. So, but I'm really kind of liking the flowers. So I'm going back and forth on how I'm going to do my shovel, but I got some ideas. So with the Crafting in Christ kit, it does come with the, not in this box evidently, but it does come with the, oh no, it's in here. It comes with a supply list. So everything that I'll be using in the example, it will have in here what you need and some other suggestions of stuff to grab. But then we craft it together live, generally the last Saturday of the month. We'll get together and craft that together live. And then that is recorded and then it goes up on the YouTube channel. So if you're not able to make the live crafting night, you can still have access to the tutorial if you're not sure how to do it. Some people craft their kit right when they get it and send me pictures before the craft night. Other people's wait until the live crafting night and they watch how I do it. And then there's a few that will actually craft with me that night. So it's completely up to you. And some people just watch and then they do it later. And then we also have a private community. So you can connect in there. You can share your crafts in there. I'm live in there. And then all the events and stuff are held in the private community. And then they also get 20% off of first access to all new releases. So lots of stuff going on for members. Yeah, so exciting stuff. But I will go ahead and jump off. Here's the kit again, and I'll take a picture right after I'm done here and post it up so you can kind of see it in a pretty uncluttered background, a better idea of what it looks like. But again, you are welcome, Deborah. Wendy, I'll double check that date for you when I get off here and reply to you so that you know or send you a message. But I think that is about it for today. I want to thank you for jumping on. Look for me next Tuesday and get excited because that one's going to be a fun one. I can't wait to share.